skip to the time on screen to skip an irrelevant yap session at the beginning of this video. So before I get into it, I do want to apologize for black screen, just the plain black screen during my irrelevant yapping. Any background noise in previous videos and poor audio control. I know it's been a problem in the last ones, and I am going to try my hardest to fix it. One thing I do want to say thank you to everyone for is just the subscribers who've come in, the likes on the videos as of recent, in the comments. I enjoy talking to people in the comments. This upcoming video, unless it's gonna end up being 2 or 3 parts, is going to be pretty big. So, because I scoured in the entire of the lead developer's Twitter and the owner of the game's Twitter. So I have every sneak, I have every leak, I have some tweets I'm going to throw into here just for some extra support and to talk about the sneaks a little bit more. And then I just have a lot to go over. This first sneak, nothing crazy, simple to be honest, snowy area. Something that could be interesting is that there could be different seasons within the game. Not sure how that'd work. Or there could be areas like giant mountains. There's could be something lore related. Just anything like that. I'm gonna keep this quick since this is just a still image and looks like the map in early development. Now this next one, just like the last one, looks like another part of the map. Looks like it could be early development. One thing I do want to touch on though, the books. I know later on there's a leak of different languages in the game. I wonder if different books will be put into different languages, especially when it comes to lore. That would be really interesting, to be honest, because we could see what different religions or different parts of the in-game world or areas could have different histories based around. I'm trying to think of some examples. I can't really think of any. That's my bad. This is another early leak of the game. You can see this is just titled Rip's First VFX. We see a lot more interesting VFXs later on, especially in the videos. So if you keep an eye out for those later on, you really get to see how far they've come in terms of UI, character and weapon look, I think. And then just the way how far the VFX have come themselves. This one is another early game one, but this does give us the what's the word? Clarification, confirmation that there will be stuff like heavy weapons in the game. Also, look at the eyes. I don't know what this is, man, but like they look like they go in 2 different ways. They look so derpy. Also, my man's dripped out. You know, the homeless Richmond fit. I want you guys' rating in the comments. Well, I'll do that sometimes. If you guys see this part of the video, rate the fit in the comments. Also, I like the horns on the race. This could be an exclusive race. That could be a shopkeeper. I like the window design in the background too. This is another leak with the same character in the last one. We can see a character hanging off from the bridge, which might be interesting because we haven't really seen hanging actually being used too much in other games that have some mobility, like Deep Woken. I don't quite remember if Deep Woken has hanging, to be honest. It might. I don't think it does though. But what you could hang and kind of like go across ledges could make for some really cool in-game obbies. Not obbies per se, but like let's say you're going through one of the randomly generated dungeons. We'll see those leaks later on. And like you have to climb across a wall, Uncharted style, to get where you gotta go. I think that'd be a really interesting way to really implement the mobility system into the game, especially later on when you're like on a max build and you're doing, like I already said, a randomly generated dungeon. You gotta do all this parkour to get to where you gotta go. I think that'd be interesting personally. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on this as well as anything else in this video. If you guys are interested in leaving a lengthy comment. This next one is a really old clip of the game. And like with any of the clips you'll see in this video, they're all really low resolution. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. But when I first saw this one, man, it made me tear up. We lost Mr. VEILBOUND. I can't no more, bro. After I saw this, I cried for 3 nights straight, man. I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more.
You know you're on my mind. How when the seasons change, will you stand by me?
This is another picture of the first sneak. if you're wondering why this didn't go right after, these are all in chronological order from oldest to newest. But this just to seem be an alternate POV from it. We get to see that this could be a giant cave. That's all I'm gonna really say. This is basic, nothing too crazy here. Now this leak is a first really interesting one because not only do we get to see these claw, possibly light weapons, I'm pretty sure this is another race. It seems to be like similar to. I'm not trying to compare it to Deep Open because I know the people in the Discord don't really like that too much, especially Ripped. I'm pretty sure, but they're like, I'm not trying to say they're overly sensitive, but I know they don't like it too much. But the horse, dear lord, the horns remind me of the Grimmer race. I'm pretty sure in this one the faces have improved. The eyes look a little bit less, far apart, looking like they're looking at two different things. Um, and that's about it for this one. Now this one, I'm not sure how it blew up. Probably ate Taco Bell right before his gig, but I'll put up the tweet on screen. But the tweet that housed all these leaks said something about a bounty hunting gig, which I thought was really interesting. Especially if there'll be a leak later on for it. If you guys speak two different languages, they're trying to talk to each other, they're trying to spare each other, and also trying to understand each other. That could be really interesting. Pro players learning like the whole language itself, to freaking understand other players while playing. I think that'd be crazy. I think that'd be crazy, bro. Nothing crazy, just another picture of the character with, I think that's a torch in the background. I do like how the eyes have a glow to them. I think that'd be pretty cool to see in game, because visual effects like that are always cool and fun to see. Another basic leak, nothing crazy, just something to throw out there. I'm pretty sure this is another different race. But the tweet said something about him being ready for an expedition. I'm pretty sure. Which is pretty cool because I think this is hinting and nodding to the randomly generated dungeons. Again, nothing crazy except that little pink glow in the background, but it's just him by a campfire. Nothing too insane. This shows a deep cave. If the randomly generated dungeons can have stuff like deep caves or places where you have to climb a lot, kind of like how I said earlier, that would be really interesting. I think that'd make for fun gameplay, to be honest. This is also moments before disaster. So the tweet that housed these leaks, he said something about his legs being broken. He's out of rations, yada yada yada. But if there is a bone and skeletal system in the game, that would be interesting. For if you jumped from too high, you have to bandage up your leg to fix it. Now, one thing that excites me about Veilbound, and I'm really sorry for spewing, I'll probably cut to the next leak during this spewing, but it seems to be really interesting in the way that it plans to set up their game. They plan to set it up more complicated. They plan to add a lot of things a lot of games don't think about. And I think that'll be really interesting for when the game comes out. Also, to anyone who does see this, I sold Tester, I'm pretty sure. For any patrons in the Discord temporarily had Tester applications. I'll be so for real, bro. I got into VC, and not only did I panic, I started rapping. I started rapping my answers. I started rapping. Oh my goodness, bro. My stuttering was so bad because I was panicking, man. And I know they're just people, but the owner of the game, for some reason, it made me panic. Probably made me look real dumb. I sold Tester. I sold Tester. So this is a leak of the languages I was talking about. This is something I am super excited for. We can see that one of the languages names are Orderos, or Orderas, however you say it. I'm sure that's more of a moderation thing where you can do /language. But I'll cut to the next one right now. And one thing you'll see is that the languages seem to be different, right? I'm not sure if it's like A will have its own special symbol, B will have its special symbol, C will have its special symbol. So I won't say too much on that. But even this tweet says players can speak different languages in Veilbound. If you don't know the language, the others won't have a clue what you're saying, right? And so this goes back to what I was talking about in the beginning about the books. If books could be written in different languages, that could lead to different places have different histories because they just never understood each other really. That or these places came into contact at this time, or these two places came together and formed their own language and stuff like that, which would be really cool when it comes to stuff like lore, right? You could say my character is from yada 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 or whatever. it'd add more fun to the role playing aspect of the game. Now here's another map leak. I first of all enjoy the what I believe to be a Berserk inspired Dragon Slayer greatsword. I like how that we see a new elf looking race, which leads into the fantasy aspect of the game, which I enjoy the fantasy genre. I'm hopefully you guys do too. But I like this area specifically because it looks like an old area. You have a stone arch, you have what I believe to be like an obelisk or a pillar in the background. I actually really enjoy the way the trees look, to be honest. I know some games struggle with trees. I'm like, Deep Broken, the trees suck balls. I'm gonna be so for realsies. The trees suck balls, okay? So, I enjoy the detail in the trees. I like the way this area looks. I like the overgrown aspect. And then, on to the second sneak, you can see that this is like more later in the day. It seems like the obelisk or monument is more apparent. Trees still look good. The crystals have actually a really cool glow to them. I'm just now seeing that. And ultimately, it looks like that the atmosphere might be pretty good. To be honest, I think those are little sparkles coming off the crystals. Guys, we can smoke crystal meth in Veilbound. Oh my goodness, crystal. Oh my god. Now this is going to be the final leak for the video, just because there is a lot of them. I'm not trying to have videos go on for too long because I'm sure hearing me yap for 20 minutes straight wouldn't be too enjoyable. But you might just enjoy this as background noise, who knows? Because I know I enjoy just hearing people yap as background noise. But we can see three different ones. You can see Elishal Luclaire, the strongest, Blue Ivan, the troll, and Xavier Drunick, the mad, which is really cool because that leads into titles. It could be titles like, I don't know, strongest battleground. Does that have titles? I don't know. I don't play that game. Like, you have to unlock a certain amount of kills. You have to do a certain amount of bounties. We have to do a certain type of one action to do it. I'm not sure. I don't think we get to really see any special races. The yellow guy looks normal. The Lushare looks like a bacon hair. I'm pretty sure on the left one that might be dragon horns poking out the front of their hair. I can't tell, so I'm not gonna say it is. And then the one on the left, one on the left, one on the right just seems to be like a basic race. Then that's about it. I hope hearing me yap wasn't too horrendous. I am quite tired right now, and I am trying to still get used to the format of just sitting here and talking to everybody. But if you enjoyed, I would greatly appreciate you doing anything like commenting, liking, subscribing. I don't know, for the hell of it, leave it. I say you hate the video. Go into the comments, start a war. Say you're gonna become. I can't say that. I'm pretty sure. You're gonna become a big old evil guy. Who don't. I can't say that either. I don't know. Go into the comments and say you hate everybody. I guess. Like, just start a war in comments. I don't know. Have a good one. I guess. I don't know.